Hello, how are you? I have a few interesting questions from you today. Do I belong to any group? Well, belonging to one group is excluding yourself from another, so I think we're all part of one big group, and there are subgroups and more subgroups and more subgroups. So the group that I regularly meet is a group of people who are into healthy lifestyle and vegan diet or raw vegan diet, vegetarian diet, and they live here on Samui in Thailand. Also another group, a group of people who talk about spirituality and things that are not commonly discussed in most other groups. And I really enjoy the company of the people, so we meet about once or twice a week, and it is quite interesting of what ideas people come up with and share their ideas in the group. And another group I cannot exclude myself from is BDSM community, but not the fetish BDSM, more the lifestyle BDSM, because I was born that way, and even if I wanted to be not a dominant girl, I couldn't do anything, and I tried, believe me. In a younger age, I did not want to accept being that way because it was different from my girlfriends, and I wanted to change. I wanted to be like everybody else, but it is not possible. You can fake it, but you cannot change it. It's in you, it's in your blood. So then I gave up changing it and enjoy it very much. But doesn't mean that I go to the BDSM clubs or anything like that. No, never, never, never. That's it's full of fake mistresses, and just don't enjoy the crowd. Plus, I think it's not very clean, so to say. But hey, I don't judge it. It's different for everybody. If you enjoy it, then you enjoy it. Very open-minded. Another question was, are there any taboo topics that I don't want to talk about or don't like to talk about? Yes, the past and the future. Why? Because first I see it pointless, and second, talking about the future, there's no reason really, because it will come anyway, and we cannot predict it, we cannot make it the way we want it to happen, so why talk about it? Plus, it creates fears, expectations, and all sorts of stuff, and making plans is the worst, because when you make a plan, you exclude other directions from your way. So I don't like to talk about the future or the past. And why not the past? Because the past, the way it happened, is not right. I mean, I don't remember the way it happened exactly, but some separate thoughts that I chose to remember make out the total picture of the past now. So when I will talk about the past or listen to somebody else talk about the past, it will be to make a comparison. So, oh, when I went fishing, I got a huge fish like that, and in reality it was like this. Or we had this terrible flood when it was only like that, or something like that. People usually exaggerate and remember the things that they want to remember, good or bad. And I'm the type of person who remembers the good. So talking about the past, oh, such happy times, and now happy times, and what's to come in the future, happy times. So it's good to talk about ideas rather than events, and past and future is limited to events. Present is the place and the time to talk about ideas, and talking about ideas is a lot more interesting, isn't it? So that's about taboo topics. Next question was about control versus freedom. as you know, as you have seen in my videos, some issue with control, right? But also, I quite like the freedom. I like to move around and not have any permanent work in one place and not create this nest full of objects that I don't want to part with and call it a home because it has a collection of objects. So freedom is very important, and freedom to be able to do exactly what I want and exactly the right time when I want to do it, and that is the true freedom. You don't have to wait for the weekend to go kayaking or, I don't know, snorkeling, or if I really want to see somebody in another country like my grandma, I can go today or tomorrow. I don't have to wait for the new vacation, for another vacation or for anything else, and that is true freedom. On the other hand, like in nature, I believe that there should be balance. I'm talking about balance. There's balance too. In nature there should be balance. And balance is, in this case, freedom is balanced out by control. Controlling yourself, controlling your daily schedule, and giving control to the people who want to receive control. Mind you, not everybody wants to receive control, so of course you don't want to force it on anybody. I don't want to force anything on anybody. Unless they ask me for it, and that is different. So controlling yourself, discipline, and controlling other people who need control versus freedom. Perfect balance. Does that explain your question? Well, I think it's enough. And what makes Lena sad, except for when her relatives or friends are in trouble or sick? Of course, it makes me sad to see other people sad, but more than that, it really saddens me when people become victims of their own minds that are not doing them any good, and thoughts that are not doing them any good, like say, believing that you are not smart enough or not good enough or not beautiful enough or not successful enough, or that you have bad genetics and you're supposed to be sick because your mother and grandmother were sick, and things like that. And saying like, oh, I envy people who are free because I'm not. You have the same amount of time, it's just what you do with it. And some people are so trapped by their minds that they really suffer most of their lives, and some of them all of their lives, and that makes me really sad when people do not realize that they are individually the only person who is in control of their life. It can be this way or it can be that way, and it is totally up to you. And of course you're saying, yes, but I have a husband and children, a wife and a sick mother to take care of, but those are circumstances and excuses, and you should be able to balance and know how to deal with it. And basically not being a victim of your own mind, but being in control of your own mind and knowing the power of your own mind. That will make me happy to see. But when people don't realize it and they think that the environment is in control of them, that's sad. That's really sad, and it's hard to persuade them too. And the last question was how to relax your muscles after doing the splits. It is really good to hear that you're going for the splits now. You're going for these splits, right? Right, okay. Well, did you start with this or even that. That's good. But this is not good, so just slowly push down, and breathing is very important. So in and out, slowly through your nose. Use your stomach to breathe with. So inhale and stomach, it goes out. Exhale, stomach goes in, right? And to relax your muscles after the split, it is good to keep them. And don't save on time, because if you relax your muscles well, they will not hurt the next day. And the other one is to shake them like that. Shaky, 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 shaky. See that vibrating? You can shake the whole body. Ooh. And that will make them relaxed. You can also shake them this way for about a minute or two. That's a funny one, right? Just make sure nobody sees you doing that, because they might call an ambulance. Okay, I still got a slave video to record, maybe even two. So, we'll see you tomorrow.